And it begins. Hello everyone, Big G here, and welcome to Rimworld. Now, I've been wanting to make videos like this for a really long time, so let's just see how we get on. Hoping to bring something a bit different for you guys. This is a really heavily modded variant of Rimworld, and basically what I intend on doing is a survival series. So, certain elements of this game I basically don't find particularly fun. For example, the mood system, which I'm going to turn off. Now, that might seem like a slightly wimpy option, but the reason for that is I've always liked games which just give you action, and they give you sort of an opportunity to build up a crazy, massive colony, not having to worry about whether people um, do things like eat people's brains or their sons and daughters die and all that rubbish. I mean, who really cares about that? It means nothing to us. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I've selected from my list of a lot of mods the 40k storyteller, that's the Warhammer 40k, Urlok-Gar. Now, I haven't actually played this guy before, but he does look pretty mean. Brr, look at him. Highest difficulty. So he's going to send a lot of raids my way. He's promised to break me. Let's hope that's true. This is a totally random map. Never seen it before. We're in the desert. That's not so helpful. We might have to come live over here because there's some soil. Yeah, I don't know how this is going to go, but basically what I am going to do is trigger a raid every season manually. So irrespective of any raids that the storyteller sends us, I'm also myself going to trigger raids until either I die or I escape by spaceship. Of course, I'll see how the series is going. If we're enjoying it, I might prolong it and do a bit more roleplay stuff. But basically, I think at the moment, that's the objective. Just see how long I can survive, and if I can, whether I can get off this hellhole of a planet. So here's our character, Big G, that's me. This guy is perfect at everything, much like the recreation of myself in reality. He's great at everything, and he's passionate about everything. Yeah, that's totally right. So but basically the three skills which I think are really important in this game, well, will be important to this game, I should say. Shooting and melee, obviously both of those things with so many raids are going to need. Social to actually recruit people that I don't kill. And everything else will just, well, I'm good at, but will get much, much better very quickly because I've got a passion. I am a military trainee, an AWOL soldier, a careful shooter, industrious jogger. So these are all fantastic traits. I'm not going to lie. Obviously, this is all set up in the editor beforehand. He's got the story, I suppose, behind my character is I'm playing with the Wehrmacht and the Red Army mods enabled. So he's got a muzzle in the gun, a steel helmet, all basically Soviet attire. He's got the stuff he had in his backpack when he went AWOL. So he's got a basic medicine kit, 2 bandages, 2 survival meals, and of course, because he's a Soviet, he's got some vodka. Now, this can be really hard, this map. Temperature is going to be an issue. Food is going to be an issue. Although, of course, I suppose to a certain extent, because I am so evil and don't care about anything. That's quite a lot of soil over here. I suppose I can live over here. I suppose I can eat people I kill, which is always a good thing, and I will be doing that. So, yeah, let's just try and see if we can get an absolutely crazy colony going. Obviously, the storyteller will ramp up as per normal. The first few raids will be less severe than those that follow. And I suppose what I'll try to do is, because I can trigger raids myself, I'll do is I suppose I will perhaps rank up depending on how we're doing. Oh, sorry, my mouse I've got to get a new mouse, don't worry about that. So yes, let's get a move on. So I'm just riding into the mountain. Gonna see if I can get myself a little bit of a safe zone going. We'll give myself a little bedroom, and then we'll get ourselves like a basic store kitchen kind of thing over here. The mods I am playing with are a collection of anything which anyone might find vaguely interesting. So I'm playing with mods obviously for the 40k universe, the Warhammer universe. That was going to give us loads of Imperial technology and things like that. I'm playing with the Cult of Cthulhu mods, which are excellent, so I'm going to be fighting space monsters, and I will probably have the ability to form a cult later on, which would suit us for storytelling purposes, because of course we don't really care about feelings. So if we're a cultist, that would be good. I'm playing with the Fallout mods enabled, so we've got a Vault faction, there's sort of Fallout stuff in it. What else have I playing with? I've obviously the Wehrmacht and Red Army mods. I'm playing with the Asari mod from Mass Effect, I think. And basically everything. So obviously some weapons mods I've got as well, 20th century weapons mod, etc, etc. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. We'll see how we get on. I've realised that I'm not quite used to this, so you'll have to bear with my incredibly rambling commentary. I promise it will be like this forever, which which is always what I enjoy. I just really want this to be a fun series. I don't want this to be super serious. I absolutely hate min-maxing. It's something I don't enjoy. I play games to have fun, basically, not to be good at them. So, I mean, yes, I'm sure I can be doing things better than I actually am. But I think the intention is for us to all just have a good time. Just putting at some rocks outside so I can actually kill some people. The muzzle and the gun is quite a good gun. It's accurate at long to medium range, but it has quite a long cooldown between shots. And obviously, as it's a bolt action rifle, it only has one shot in the clip. So provided I'm fighting individual enemies or humans, I should probably be okay, but larger foes and lots of people, I will need sort of more rapid fire weapons, to be honest, and I can see that being an issue. Now, I've already foreseen that an issue with this map is going to be fuel. Oh god, I don't know how on earth I'm going to get around that. I have literally no trees to cut down. So normally, of course, you can use those to fill your, your stoves. You can use them to build. Oh, don't cut stuff down. Don't clean up. That's not like me. Obviously, you can use them to fuel your stoves. You can use them to build furniture, all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to have that ability in the early game, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to try and think about how I'm actually going to cook my victims, in essence. Uh, But, well, we'll have to just deal with it. As I said, it's a totally random map. I just wanted the challenge of dropping in somewhere and not knowing anything about it. So I've got a cup of tea here. You'll learn very quickly that, in essence, I don't do anything without drinking tea. It's something that everyone knows about me at work. And, yeah, I don't know. I'm just obsessed with it. I mean, I am an addict. I don't think there's any way of saying it otherwise. We'll try and get ourselves a butcher table so we can actually start butchering some stuff. But that's such a lot of wood. I've also just realised I thought this was going to be my bedroom. I've slept in here, so yeah, that's a highly professional bit of gaming there. Again, don't expect good gaming or quality of any kind of, well, definitely no good gameplay from me in this series. But I just hope that I can offer something which you enjoy. So I should say, I've been wanting to make YouTube videos for a very long time, but I did actually once upon a time have my own YouTube channel a while ago when I was at university, but I let it slip because of studies, because of the many distractions I had when I was at uni. Rightfully so. I think it was right for me to pursue my studies, and it was right for me to go and socialise and form loads of friends, which I think because I would have got a lot more out of that than just sitting in my room making videos. But I have always wanted to get back to it because I did really enjoy it. I feel slightly guilty about obviously leaving some of my old friends my old subscribers and stuff just a little bit by the wayside, but I have every intention of continuing this. Now I'm working, I have a much more defined schedule, which means I can actually dedicate time um, to making videos, and I don't have to worry about having friends or a life because I don't. So there we go. I also have now got a new computer which can actually play games, which is good because in the past I had a laptop. That was difficult. I'm hoping that each episode will be between 30 to 40 minutes long. I have set an alarm on my phone, so I do apologise. That will probably go off at some point. I don't know how to edit or do anything professional or techie with computers or anything at all, I'm afraid. Basically because, by the way, the muzzle on the gun is really loud, so brace yourself. I'll just turn it down a bit, actually. I didn't realise that, unfortunately, until I started playing. I did a brief test, but it is a really good gun, so I do unfortunately want to keep it. I was saying something. I can't remember what I was saying. Yeah. So, yeah, YouTube. Who knows? Now, obviously, because I am playing with such a large number of mods, I would anticipate the game to break at certain points. So obviously I will have to deal with that as of when it comes. Um, I suspect that the thing I'll do is I'll save it at the end of each episode, and I have got a daily autosave on as well. So provided that those two things are okay, then we can always restart from close to where I was, or where we left off. I mean, of course, I should say I have actually played a bit of a test game with these mods. It is relatively stable. But that's not to say that things didn't go wrong or things didn't break, but I sort of dealt with them, and I suppose I'll just have to deal with them this time round. It is a very fun game. I haven't played with Storyteller, I should say, but I have played with this list of mods, and I did really enjoy it. Oh, my guy is going to starve to death if I don't get some food soon. Um, Food being one of the considerations I unfortunately can't get away with, even despite the sort of quite generous limitations I've given myself with outside of mood. Um, but yes, I think I'll try to aim for 30 to 40-minute videos. They'll be very rambly, I can absolutely promise you right now. And yeah, I just intend on making it a fun series, and I hope you enjoy it. If anyone would like to see the mod list, by the way, I will publish it below. It is good. It does provide a fun game in essence. I shouldn't cut those down because they're not going to yield any wood. Yeah, I think playing without trees is going to be really hard. I really can't see it going well for me. I don't know if I think I don't really want to mine this steel. I want to see if I can get a butcher's table. Oh, I can make it from steel. There we go. We'll do that instead then. Should we bug it in there? Let's bug it in there. Cancel that. If I can make it out of steel, there will be a more abundant resource on this map, very peculiarly, than wood. We got some game here, so there will be some food for us to hunt. The reason that I don't particularly enjoy the mood system in Rimworld is, whilst I think in some ways it does contribute to the game, and I definitely think it makes things more realistic, more challenging if that's your kind of thing. My guy is actually starving now. Just ignore that. It's going to be fine. I just think there are so many niggly things which, I just have to deal with all these niggly things at work, and I have people complaining to me and having a go, and blah 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 blah. And I just think I don't want to worry about people eating with tables or having beds or eating the flesh of their enemies or stuff like that. Basically, I just want to completely detach myself from reality and make an absolutely mental colony with lots of colonists with lots of challenges. And that's the way I like to play. I may one day go back and perhaps do a more serious series, but I intend for this just to be entirely crazy. You can see I'm butchering a little bug now there already. I don't have to worry about eating raw food or eating insects or people, as I've said already, because mood is not a consideration. Now that's a bit overpowered in some ways, but as I say, it's the way I like to play. Hopefully I can get a lot of colonists. I think being good at social will help that, and hopefully I can hopefully we can see if we can escape to space. But to be honest, I don't have a great deal of faith. I didn't make it in my test game. I got killed. I must say I did have a different storyteller. I played with the HP Lovecraft storyteller, who I think may or may not be harder. He gives you a lot more niggly things which you have to contend with, so like blights and diseases and that kind of stuff. I don't know about Ulukgar, how difficult he is, but I think from what I understand, he is just he's much more combat orientated. Whereas HP Lovecraft likes to give you, oh god, no, I don't want to do lavish meals. That's a bit ambitious, isn't it? We'll cook 4 simple meals, and we will do it until I have, well, should we say 5 for now? And we'll allow all meat products, but not fertilized eggs, because I want some chickens to eat at some point if I can get them. I'm having to rely on a fuel stove because, as I say, I can't build an electric stove yet. That's due to the mods I'm playing with. You can see for yourself. I have had a look already. Um, But yeah, the HP Lovecraft Storyteller gives you a long time before combat events. So whilst in some ways that's cool because I got to build up a really cool looking colony with lots of research and stuff, I actually found it a bit boring at times. I just sort of wanted a raid to get my teeth into, literally, so I could eat the flesh of my opponents. There will be like a billion cannibal references in this series, I promise you, because basically that's what we'll be eating. Now, to tell you a bit about myself, I mentioned already I had a YouTube channel in the past when I was at uni. That was I graduated back in 2015, and since then I'm still living at home. Unfortunately, I can't really afford to move out, which isn't ideal, but it has given me a really good opportunity to save up some money this year. So hopefully, once I move out, I can perhaps even afford to buy, which is a sort of like an impossible situation for a lot of people my age. So I think that's really given me a good thing. I graduated in law, so I'm looking to train to be a solicitor next year, and I've been working with a local council, just doing legal officer work for them, basic stuff. But I mean, general inquiries, stuff like that. So I mean, it's been good. It's all right. I enjoy my job, but I could do a lot better. And I think basically I haven't really been proactive enough about it. I will just see if we can get a growing zone open. I don't know, because the deserts are really hard because they're very cold, but they're also very hot. So they're both neither really hot or really cold. So they're quite difficult to adjust to. You have to deal with both extremes. Rice is the fastest growing plant, so that's why I'm growing it. And I think at this point in the game, I really don't have I can't be fussy about what I'm eating. I've just got to get food. It's probably triggering a lot of people that I haven't even completed this. Uh, Basically, that is for cover. So when I do get attacked, which I am anticipating, I've got 2 days before I at least trigger my first raid, or of course, unless the storyteller sends its own raid then before then. But yeah, we'll see if we can get some rice going. He's eating some raw insect flesh. Hopefully he won't get food poisoning. Although I've never actually known anyone die from food poisoning in this game. Which I know it probably isn't a great medical standard to hold yourself to, but I don't know, he's just eating something, I don't know what it is. I think that was grass, or probably agave, it probably is what it is actually. Oh, actually, can I grow that? That's a good point. I lose my track. I lose my chain of thought all the time. I do apologise. If that's not your style of commentary, you basically well may not enjoy this. But yes, I'm sorry about that. I do apologise. I'll try to get better at it, but I can't give any guarantee that I will. Let's see. Oats, carrots. Carrots are very easy to die. I know because I grow them on my allotment. Yeah, yeah, that's true. I'm 23 and have an allotment. Yeah, sorry about that. What else? Rice, corn, potatoes. Potatoes. Does it tell me what they like growing 3.9 days to grow? I think rice is 2.4 days. Well, just leave them there for now. We'll see how they get on. Trying to mine some components out now. I anticipate the biggest threat against me in this game to be the medieval retainers. I've switched the medieval. I know I tried to explain the mods that I had going. Basically, I couldn't remember any of them, so it will be like a reveal each week. You won't know, and I won't know what's going to come and kill me. Some of the things will help me mod-wise. Other things definitely won't. The medieval mod produces like these absolutely crazy raids with hundreds of people, and they'll come and attack you, and they'll come and attack you. There'll be like archers and swordsmen and spearmen, but they're all quite well equipped because they're all sort of wearing steel armor and sort of padded armor and stuff. So unless you've got a lot of fast-firing weapons, they're really hard to deal with. And so of course, if I'm attacked by them now with just a rifle, I will definitely die. And from my experience in my last game, they were the hardest to deal with just because of the sheer numbers. So to counter stuff like that, I have given myself some degree of balance. Turret wise, I mean, obviously, I've got access to the medieval turrets, but I'm probably not going to use these, except for maybe the caltrops and the barricade. I can dig trenches, I can build barricades, I can build embrasures, which are a really, really big deal, because they're basically a wall you can shoot through. And if you play the vanilla game, then you'll be familiar with the fact that you can't do that. That's going to be really handy, because I can actually build defensive positions. Oh, we've got a visitor, that's interesting. Now, a ranch owner. Now, Matvei Gorilla Meyer. He's got some things to trade. That's great, because I'm definitely not going to be able to trade anything with him. Ooh, some survival meals down there. What are they doing? I have no idea what that's about. Where have they come from? Sorry, I've just finished my tea. Oh, that's it. I really need another. I'm going to chain it in a minute. I actually do. I actually do chain tea. I'm like a serious addict. Like one cup doesn't cut it for me. Like I've built up a resistance. I've got to do more. uh, so this guy he is wearing a shirt and tie. He's a fine man with fine attire. He's carrying a shotgun and he's carrying 3 guns. That's quite that doesn't bode well if that's the number of guns he has to get by with. But at least he looks pretty dank whilst doing it. He's got silver components, some food, some wine. I just got nothing to trade. I don't know how much my vodka is worth. Of course, I am quite good at talking, so I should get some good rates. I don't want to sell the meals. I think for $18, there's not much I can get. In fact, there's nothing. I can't afford a single thing. Um, yeah, so there's no point in doing that. Bugger off. But of course, whilst he hangs around, in some ways it helps us because if we are attacked, he will have to help out in the meantime, and hopefully he dies. That's a trick I quite like to play. In fact, I might even do it now. I have got a mod on which allows you to... that's not right. We'll do... I don't know why I'm using wood. I've said so many times I have no wood. Awkward. Yes. I've got a mod on which allows you to recruit visitors if you build up your reputation with them high enough. So I've got to balance as to whether I want to be friends with people and try and make them feel very luxurious and like they have a really good time when they come stay, and I'll try and recruit them, which obviously is playing like a positive-minded game, or do I capture them and then try and force them to be my slaves? And I don't really know. The latter sounds much more fun, but if it leads to even more raids, or I don't know, it could be risky. This guy is 35. He's got no health issues. He's good with animals. Now, I've always thought that's like the least helpful trait, good with animals. I do nothing. Or like good with art. That's also a very unhelpful trait. Can't research. Can't really construct. Can't cook or medicine. Sort of shoot. No, this guy is awful. I'm quite happy to let him go, but he's inspirational. So he's increased his social by 2. He's a careful shooter, by the way, is an absolutely massively overpowered trait. I don't know how it's got into the game, but I think someone did the maths where like a level 1, as in like one level 1 skill, careful shooter is technically he's technically more accurate than a level 20 normal shooter. To put it in perspective, 20 is put as godlike. So my guy is just now he's doing a Cult of Cthulhu thing. So he's investigated the really weird tree. Ooh, spooky. Yeah. So he's investigated the tree and now he's writing the Cult of the Grimoire. I think it's the Occult of Grimoire. I can't remember what it's called. Yeah, so this is the storytelling element. So he says he's no memory of writing this strange alien language that isn't readily understood. There are diagrams of ritual sacrifices and spells. Colonists unnerved by occult nature, with others have proposed setting up a proper research center. Now, I would like to do the latter, but I don't know. Grimoire of the occult. That's it. So I was sort of right. Well, I probably said it wrong, but that's what I meant anyway. So if you can research this book in essence, and it will give you certain gods to research and stuff like that, and they will come and fight for you if you get attacked, and they'll give. bloody gazelles! What do you think you're doing? You're eating my crops, bastards. I also like the way I... What the... Okay, that's a bit ambitious. This could be the shortest Let's Play in the game, like ever. Oh, what do we do what we normally do? Yes, hide inside, and let him eat gorilla. God, you know you want to. Oh. Oh, Mossand really terrible at short range, but it's good at long range. It's eating my meals! These... there we go, that's what I want. Oh, that's a shame. I mean, I thought it was a bit ambitious that that fox would... Oh, I've already majorly insane, so that's a good start. The fox will die, so it's not an issue. And he didn't eat my meals, so that's good. Things are all looking up. They're all looking up. My guy's being a bit of a... Oh, information, what's this? Oh, this has to do with defensive positions. Yeah, so as I was saying, sorry, returning to my original chain of thought, you can research various cult-like technologies. Oh my god! That's... I didn't anticipate that. He's gone crazy. What happened here? Oh my god, I've lost. That's hilarious. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh my god. Yeah, so I lost my first game, in essence, unless my guy can get up. What happened was this guy's from the agency. He's actually from the agency. The agency are like an organization which tries to combat cults, and obviously what he's done is he's just come in and he's seen the fact that I've gone insane, and there's like a crazy book full of sacrificial diagrams and stuff, and he's killed me. Oh, that is hilarious. Yeah, so, yeah, season 1 went well, series 1 went well. There's a chance my guy gets up, and there's a chance that we might be able to win, still. I wanted to fight him with fists because I thought he had a shotgun, which I was definitely going to lose against in close range. But yeah, so the cult stuff is really interesting. You can build like a shrine, you can build research gods to worship, and they'll give you materials and soldiers to fight for you. Oh god, this is not going well. Gorilla, would you mind just oh god, I lost the first game. I can't believe that. The first video on my channel is literally going to be me losing in the like, third day. And even I do recover, I have to trigger a raid. That's really funny. It's a new season. It's now spring. I think it. Oh, hold on, no, because it says first of, doesn't it? So I've got another day. Oh, that's all right. That's okay. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. There's nothing that can go wrong in this situation. So yes, welcome to the highest quality gaming you're ever going to see. There are some good ideas in this game, but oh Jesus, that was poor. That was very poor. Well, I suppose I'll see you. I know. I want to see if it gets up or not. I don't know. Do I? I think what I'll do is I'll end it here because you're literally just watching something squiggle back and forth at the moment, which I'm sure you've all got more interesting things to do in your life. If he does get up, I'll start a new episode. Oh, if he gets up and kills Gorilla, then I'll start a new episode. But yeah, so I've been Big G. I hope you've enjoyed the first and last episode of this series. Oh no. Bye. See you soon.